Well, businesses often struggle with the year-end delivery of their tax documents because, first of all, it's an annual process. They only do this once a year. It's not part of their day-to-day operational flow, and it disrupts their operations during the month of January. Secondly, they're constantly having to keep up with IRS changes and regulations, changes to documents, changes to what they have to report and how it has to be reported. Third, they have to deal with the post office. And the post office, not only postal rates going up, but postal standards for addressing and keeping correct databases for addressing creates a heavy burden on departments to be able to produce that information at the end of the year. The fourth thing that companies will struggle with is not all software packages will readily produce the year-end tax documents. And in many cases, an organization has to go out for a secondary piece, or they have to do special programming to be able to export the information to print these documents accurately. Simplifying your year-end delivery, first of all, you can't change the IRS. Every year, you're going to be burdened with the changes that the IRS is going to require if they require changes. So you have to look at what part of the process you can change. What part of the process can you control to make it better for your organization? And moving towards electronic adoption is going to move you there. One of the things, you can't change the post office either, but you can do things in an electronic process that will improve your experience with the post office. A good permissions campaign that gathers updated address information from your recipients will help you clean and scrub your database. By delivering electronically, you no longer, the percentage of your recipients who elect electronic adoption, you no longer have to go through that postal process, but also putting in a process once received to update that address information will again help you in the future with the post office. Another step you can take in simplifying the process is creating a system that you can utilize the same data that you are required to send to the IRS electronically to produce the year-end tax documents, so that your organization isn't burdened with additional programming expenses or additional administrative time creating a file of information or a file of data that's to be utilized for a print process. So you need to look at a process that utilizes what you already have instead of creating other steps. The last thing is your customers are demanding it, and companies can no longer afford to look away from electronic options. Your customers want to receive information electronically, are confident in receiving electronic information if they feel it is secured, and that trend's only going to grow. As our 16-year-olds become 18-year-olds and our 18-year-olds become 25-year-olds and our 25-year-olds become 35-year-olds, that demand is only going to grow.